You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 19th of March. India says China's claims over Arunachal Pradesh absurd. Activists demand UN intervention to stop Pashtun genocide in Pakistan. And Bangladesh, Pakistan and India bottom in air quality rankings, data shows. And now for all the details. India's foreign ministry on Tuesday slammed China over its comment made over India's border state of Arunachal Pradesh. Following the inauguration of Sela Tunnel by India in the northeastern state, China's defense ministry spokesman had reiterated claim over Arunachal Pradesh, calling the area an inherent part of China. Terming the comments from Beijing as absurd, India's foreign ministry spokesperson Randir Jaiswal said repeating baseless arguments will not lend such claims by Beijing any validity. Arunachal Pradesh was, is and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India, he said. China claims Arunachal Pradesh to be a part of southern Tibet. However, New Delhi rejects the claim. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday reaffirmed India's commitment to combat piracy and terrorism in the Indian Ocean region. His remarks came in response to a message from Bulgaria's president expressing gratitude to the Indian Navy for successfully rescuing 7 Bulgarian nationals from a hijacked cargo vessel. The ruined ship was captured by pirates in the Arabian Sea in December 2023. The Indian Navy earlier in a statement said that its warship INS Kolkata successfully cornered and coerced all 35 pirates to surrender this past Saturday, ensuring the safe evacuation of total 17 crew members without any injury. The operation was supported by long-endurance drones and Marcos commandos airdropped by C-17 aircraft. PMLN Party Supremo Nawaz Sharif on Monday questioned the hike in rates of electricity and gas in Pakistan following the directions by the International Monetary Fund. The former Prime Minister during a meeting raised concerns regarding the increase in tariffs, wondering how they could be stopped. The statement came as the IMF extended its stay in cash-strapped Pakistan by a day, as both sides have been unable to develop consensus on a staff-level agreement to release a tranche worth $1.1 billion. The lender is seeking assurance from Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif before striking the deal on issues such as hiking the electricity and gas tariffs from July 1st, as well as raising quarterly tariff adjustment and making adjustments under fuel price adjustments. Moving on. Activists held a demonstration in Geneva on Monday to demand an end to atrocities against Pashtuns by the Pakistani establishment. They called on the UN and the international community to immediately intervene. A report.
Members of socio-political group Pashtun Tahaffuz movement on Monday held an anti-Pakistan protest outside the UNHRC building in Geneva to highlight rights violations by Pakistan against ethnic minorities. The protesters raised slogans against Pakistan Army for carrying out genocide of Pashtuns and against its policy of sponsoring terrorism. They also demanded release of Pashtun activists who have been disappeared as part of military operations. A conference was also organized by PTM on Monday, during which the delegates demanded the United Nations to form a fact-finding committee and intervene to stop the ongoing atrocities against Pashtuns. The activists highlighted that despite big claims, Pakistan continues to sponsor and finance terrorist organizations on both sides of the controversial Durand Line with Afghanistan, which are the main cause of miseries and genocide of Pashtuns and other ethnic minorities in the region.
Nepal's Deputy Prime Minister Narayan Kaji Shrestha informed the parliament on Monday that Russia has given its in-principle consent to cancel the contracts of Nepalese nationals who are engaged in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, My Republica has reported. Shrestha, who is also the country's foreign minister, said that Moscow has agreed on principle to assist those who have joined the army to cancel their contracts. Nepal's embassy is constantly following up on this. He said, so far, more than a dozen Nepali nationals have been killed in the ongoing conflict between Kyiv and Moscow. At least 200 applications have been launched at the consular section of the foreign ministry by the family members of those claimed to be serving in the Russian army. The escalating unlawful engagement of Nepali youths within the Russian army has led the government to escalate warnings against travel to Russia for military involvement. And in the latest report by the World Health Organization, Pakistan, Bangladesh and India remain the world's 3 smoggiest countries in 2023, with particulate matter about 15 times the level recommended. Average concentrations of PM 2.5 small airborne particles that damage the lungs reached 79.9 micrograms per cubic meter in Bangladesh and 73.7 micrograms in Pakistan. India's New Delhi was the worst performing capital city at 92.7 micrograms in 2023. The WHO recommends no more than 5 micrograms. The report highlights about 20% of premature deaths in Bangladesh were also attributed to air pollution, and related healthcare costs amount to 4 to 5% of the country's GDP. The report is based on data from more than 30,000 monitoring stations in 134 countries and regions. Moving on, thousands of devotees from across India thronged northern Barsana town in Mathura district to celebrate Latmar Holi or stick-beating Holi on Monday. As part of the festivities, women were seen using long sticks called lathis to beat the menfolk, who protected themselves with shields, marking the reenactment of the age-old tradition, a fun-filled time for everybody. Believed to be an expression of love, this unique custom is practiced every year along with dancing, singing and a splash of colors in the land of Lord Krishna, the Hindu god of protection.
पूरे महीनों तक इसकी तैयारी की जाती है। उसके बाद में गोपियां जो हैं वो लठ चलाती हैं और नंदगाम के हुरियारे मस्ती मजाक करते हुए इस होली का भरपूर आनंद लेते हैं।
Celebrated at the onset of spring, Holi also holds a mythological importance, that of the triumph of good over evil. Though Holi is a single-day festival elsewhere in India, it is almost a 10-day affair in Mathura. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.